Welcome to LMC Media. I'm Michael Witch, and today we have students who are going to talk about their involvement in sustainability. What is it? We hear about things like zero waste and food scrap recycling. Well, we're with three people who are on the front lines right now. They're in school, and they've started programs that we want you to know about. First, Anna McDonald. You can wave so people know who you are. You're a sophomore at Mamaroneck High School. What is the program that you started there?
I started the Zero Waste Lunches campaign, or the Waste Free Wednesdays, depends on who you ask what it's called. Yeah.
Okay. And Jada O'Kane, you can wave. And you're at St. John and Paul School,
Yeah.
8th grade.
Yeah.
And what did you do there?
So my school wasn't composting, like they didn't have composting in the lunchroom. So I just started that up with a few friends in our lunchrooms.
Okay, and Jonathan Marcuse, you are a senior at Rhinebeck High School.
Yes.
And you founded a really unique program. Tell us about it.
So I founded a program called ASAP Scraps Compost Pickup in the village of Mamaroneck. And basically what we do is we go house to house once a week, and we do a curbside pickup of compost and bring it to the village recycling center.
Okay, Anna, let me ask you a question. What is sustainability? What does that word mean for people who may have heard it but not quite sure what it means?
So, I think of sustainability as like, if you live in a sustainable way, it means you're living in a way where you try to preserve the earth for future generations and the wildlife around you, to kind of maintain a certain way of living that is beneficial to everyone else.
And it also has to do with improving things as well as sustaining them?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Jada, let me ask you about inspiration. What got you moving on this?
Well, I've always heard news about global warming and climate change, and we had to choose something which would help benefit for our silver award. We had to choose something which would help benefit our environment and our communities, and I thought that the best thing to do would be composting, because a lot of the trash in Westchester gets incinerated. So and the fumes caused by the incineration also impact global warming. So if we reduce if we reduce the amount of food which we waste, then we're also reducing our carbon footprint.
Jonathan, I imagine you agree with everything that both of these young ladies have said.
Yep, 100%.
And you've got families who have signed up for your program?
Yeah, at the moment we have 65 families, different households signed up. So altogether, give an average of 4-person families, it's about 240 people, give or take.
So I read that you have so far recycled over 5,000 gallons of food scraps?
Yeah, each week we probably get about 300 gallons of food scraps from all the houses in total. And that's a very rough estimate, but we like to compare it and say it's about 2 concrete mixer trucks full of compost that we've recycled.
And what about donations? Have you also received some donations?
We charge $10 a month for our service, and then we donate. So we've raised about $3,000 and not donated all of it yet, but we're trying to find a local organization to put that money into, possibly the Westchester Land Trust.
Okay. Jada, do you have suggestions for other students who might want to do something like what you're doing?
Yeah, really just, I guess, talk to your friends and family about it, because more likely than not, they'll also want to help out. And well, obviously research before, and make sure that something you're doing is beneficial and it's not actually harming, and see if maybe people in your local area have done the same sort of thing or are trying to. And I guess don't underestimate yourself.
Anna, has it been your experience that your friends have joined in with you at Mamaroneck High School?
Yeah, everybody that I've talked to about this was super excited about it. My friends have been really supportive, but also adults. I found that adults, when they see a kid is passionate about something, they will always support you, and they get inspired by seeing inspired kids. So I would say, like, if you're a kid and you have something you're passionate about, you should definitely just try and talk to as many people as you can, because you will find support in everyone.
Jonathan, if people want to know more about your program, the information is on the screen. So should they contact that website?
Yeah, if you go to the website, there's a sign up tab that you can click on, as well as many other tabs with information about us, information about, instructions for pickups and the, $10 a month payment and how we, do that and how we send invoices, whatnot. So if you just go to that website and click sign up, it'll guide you through a few short steps.
And how wide an area in the community are you signing people up?
We do the Village of Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck School District.
And what's the pickup day for scraps?
So it's normally Saturdays. However, right now, due to the current situation, the recycling center is closed on weekends. So we're doing pickups every Friday.
Every Friday, okay.
Yeah, in the morning.
Jana, you want to give a shout out to any of the students, your friends who work with you?
Well, my Girl Scout troop, Girl Scout Troop 1826, Heart of the Hudson, they're doing stuff in their own school district and own areas, and yeah, and we've worked together, to in our own communities to promote the food waste scrap recycling initiative.
Good. Anna, do you have a shout out?
I would like to shout out Miss Anderson, because she was the principal of Chatsworth Elementary School. She was really helpful with implementing composting and waste-free days. The custodians and the lunch aides were also really great, so shout out to them.
Before you go, I'd like to ask you one question. You started, actually you gave a talk at St. Augustine's to some confirmation candidates, and you proposed a zero waste Lenten challenge. Can you briefly tell us what that was about? How's it going, by the way? Do you know?
I haven't heard anything from any of the specific students, but basically this was inspired by a challenge I did in 8th grade for my capstone project, where I tried to do waste-free for 1 week. So I just kind of wanted to give them different tips and advice for how they could do that with composting or like buying locally grown food, because I thought that it could be kind of an interesting like a twist on the regular Lent challenge.
Sure. Clever idea. Jonathan, a shout out to some people you work with?
Sure. Shout out to our other volunteers, Sonia Finkenberg, Dylan Spencer, and Owen Robertson. They've been we've been working together since the beginning, and brought ASAP Scraps to what it is today.
Well, I'd also like to thank Karen Kaur, who helped put this panel together. And I thank you guys for the work that you're doing, and also for taking the time to tell us at LMC about it, and so that we can tell the greater community. I hope you'll come back and give us an update about each of your programs.
Thank you.
Yeah.